Welcome to the Motor Matters first road test for 2017. Mercedes-Benz CLA, and this is in the 200D guise, automatic as well. You can see, of course, the frameless windows on the doors, which is part of that whole four-door coupe effect, which of course is very effective and very neatly done in this car. It does, of course, create compromises, but we'll get to those in a few minutes when we look at the interior of the car. But what it does also create is a very nice sized boot, and you can see over here, which does also have even a split fold down facility on the boot. Generally very well finished as well. A boot space of 320 litres, which can be expanded to 944 litres if you do want to drop the back seats. But overall, you can see a very neat shape and looks very good in this dark metal grey colour as well. Overall, very neat, very smart, and very good looking. Let's take a look on the inside of the car. Behind the wheel of the Mercedes CLA, it's a familiar Mercedes type place to be. But of course that means luxury, it means comfort, it means many of those sort of things. If you take a look, of course, you have the pretty much standard nowadays multi-function steering wheel with controls on the side for your trip computers, etc. And on the side, of course, for telephony and for your sound system. The unusual, of course, Mercedes, almost unique to Mercedes feature over here is, of course, your gear shift. This is your gear shift over here, where you simply, if you have a look here, it's in park right now, you hold your foot on the brake and you lift it and you will go into reverse gear over there, which immediately, of course, triggers the reversing camera. Nice feature over there. Let's put it back into park right now, because if we look in the center over here, of course, you do have your computer that you can scroll through. And if you take a look, this is something quite amazing, is I have done 640 kilometers on this test at an average of 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. That's in a luxury car, okay, with a diesel engine, yes, but luxury car, air conditioner on all the time. And unusually for a Motor Matters test, let me tell you, the majority of this test has been freeway driving, but a lot of it in traffic conditions. You, of course, look at the center screen over there, the multimedia screen. It's on radio now. You simply press a button and over there, and you go to your navigation. You can go to, for example, view map, as simply as that, and it's ready to navigate. How you, of course, change on it is with the controller over here, which you either just press a button, and you can also just scroll it and turn it as a scroll feature to change and look for different features on the navigation system. Very simple, very easy. You come down on the dash, you've got 3 center vents over here, 2 on the sides as well, and you've of course got the metallic carbon fiber type look trim on the center of the dash. Again, very interesting. Going back to the steering, just one other comment I need to make is the lower stalk that I have my hand on over here is for the cruise control. And when I tried to use that for the first time, not being familiar with it, a little complaint is the fact that it's actually hidden behind the steering wheel when you've got your steering in dead center position, and I found it a little bit fiddly to actually operate and engage because I didn't quite know what I was doing. So a little feature, a little complaint over there. I don't think it's anything major. You do have, of course, the Mercedes 7-speed automatic gearbox, which does have the flappy paddle option as well. And then coming back to the center dash, you have buttons over here for seat warmers if you want, and then of course a button that's great to play with. Over here is the it says there dynamic select, and when I press that button, if you come back to the center of the dashboard, you're moving around a little bit, you press the button and it immediately gives you options, for example, for comfort, for sport mode, and for individual modes. You can choose which mode you want to use. Does definitely affect the performance and the gearing on the car. You can see it also shows it on the center screen probably a lot more clearly than I was showing it now. I had to press the button comfort mode right now, and going back, if I press up here, onto sport mode as well. So as simple as that. You can engage your different drive functions, shall we call it, as easily as that. Coming back down, very neat, very clean. Of course, you have your cubbyhole, center cubbyhole, which also has your USB ports as standard these days. So it has all of those available for you as well. I mentioned just now life in the back seat of the car. Let's take a look what that is really like. Coming into the back seat of the Mercedes CLA, remembering that the driver's seat is set for myself, I'm quite happy with the legroom. It's more than adequate. Where I do feel that the coupe four-door body style, which is a very specific body style, is compromised, is take a look. With my hat on, very little space. Even with my hat off, which I don't do very often, I still feel there is a little bit of a lack in headroom in the back seat in this car. So that's something you've got to accept. It's a style thing. It's not a failing. It's not a fault. I'll call it a style thing. You've got to decide, do you want that or not? There's definitely room for 2 comfortably in the back, 3 at a little bit of a squeeze, because also the middle person is slightly raised, which of course compromises their headroom even further. The question one asks is, the CLA range, what do you get with it and what's it going to cost you? Remembering, of course, that there are many extras you can specify with this car. But the base price for a CLA 200 diesel automatic is 513,800 Rand. Engine-wise, you're looking at a 2.2 litre 4-cylinder engine that puts out 100 kilowatts and 300 Newton meters of torque. So it's a pretty stonking amount of torque you get from the engine. These are the choices one must make. Yes, you get the prestige of a Mercedes-Benz. Yes, you get the 6-year maintenance plan, 6-year 100,000 kilometer maintenance plan as standard included in the price. So you are getting a lot for your money. This particular car has the nice panoramic roof, sunroof, which does open as well. Again, a feature you either like or don't like. I enjoy them, even just to have the blind function open, because that makes the interior of the car much lighter. Overall, it's a Mercedes, and we all know the quality and class of a Mercedes and the prestige of driving the 3-pointed star. Price wise, it's up to you, because when you order one, you tick extras boxes. You can tick lots of boxes, and boxes cost money when you're ordering particularly a luxury car. Overall, I have to comment and say and summarize by saying I've really enjoyed a week of driving this car. It's certainly an effortless cruiser on the freeways.